I'm autistic and I have a brain injury. Put me down. I was just trying to get to the doctor and I'm autistic. It takes me a second to understand. Step back. Step back.
That U.S. citizen was trying to go to a doctor 9 days ago, she says, when she got caught in the middle of an ICE operation. You all saw the video. That video you just saw shows Aaliyah Rockman being carried away in the prone position by ICE officers. Aaliyah has a traumatic brain injury she suffered before the ICE incident. She also has autism. Her story has been seen around the world, but her story hasn't really been heard here at home until now. Jana Shortle shares it.
I was on my way to a regular appointment at the Traumatic Brain Injury Center. First thing I actually just see is traffic is stopping, right? Then started to see people running across the two side streets.
Aaliyah said then she hears whistles and yelling, so she tries to go around. And then
I got the first set of, "Move, I will break your effing," they didn't say effing, but I'm saying it here. "Move, I will break your effing window." And then from that point on, back and forth commands to stop, to move, people pulling on my door, me trying to understand what was really happening there, me trying to wait to actually pull into an intersection. At one point, as I had pulled forward, I did try to check my blind spot, and then at that moment heard "get back, go the other way." And I didn't have a way to know who that instruction was for, so yeah, I did the cautious thing and tried to get these folks to calm down and tell me what they actually wanted.
hearing go and stop at the same time, she said she rolled down her window to try to get closer to the agents to see physical cues. She has an auditory sorting challenge with her autism. And then
The glass on the passenger side suddenly smashed across my lap. And from that moment on, I don't remember my feet hitting the ground.
I am autistic and I have a brain injury. Put me down. I was just trying to get to the doctor and I'm autistic. It takes me a second to understand.
I noticed the driver in the front could not stop laughing. I told him I thought that was disrespectful at a time like this, and he would not stop and radioed in, "We're bringing in a body." When you hear a thing like "we're bringing in a body" and you've had an experience like that, for a split second you wonder if you've died. And then you wonder if you're going to die.
Why did they let you out?
I was unconscious. That is why.
Where did they take you?
I opened my eyes at Hennepin County Medical Center's emergency room and was treated like a human being for the first time since 9:50 a.m. that day.
Jana Shortle conducting that interview. At no point during that entire thing was Aaliyah told that she was under arrest, nor told what agents felt she did wrong. She was never charged with a crime. Moving on, Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar officially filed paperwork to run for governor yesterday. A source close to Klobuchar says she plans to make an announcement about her plans in the coming days. Speculation's been swirling since Governor Tim Walz decided to drop out of the race earlier this month. Klobuchar's political history dates back decades, consistently winning every race by double digits. Analysts say that she's the clear Democratic frontrunner amongst a crowded field of Republicans. And if a woman wins, Jennifer Hoff reports, would also make state history.
I am asking you to join this campaign.
On a snowy day nearly 7 years ago, Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar launched a presidential bid that would be riddled with problems, from a lack of staff to funding, forcing her to eventually concede, marking the only time the now 65-year-old has ever lost.
It's always a misdemeanor.
A lawyer, Klobuchar was elected as the first female Hennepin County attorney in 1999, passing a felony DWI law, but criticized for using faulty evidence that sent a teenager to jail.
Again, it's too early to say that.
Leaving that post then to run for Congress in 2006 when candidates sparred over prescription drug costs in the Iraq War, earning nearly 60% of the vote then to also become the state's first female United States Senator. Going on to win that post 3 more times. University of Minnesota political scientist Larry Jacobs calling her a frontrunner as she has now officially filed to run for governor.
And she has a way of connecting and talking with folks that has really worked.
Jacobs says Klobuchar visits every Minnesota county and often outperforms, even where people vote for President Trump.
She's got a very strong name recognition throughout the state as someone who's pragmatic, not an ideologue on the left, and she's got an enormous amount of money.
What criticisms or hurdles may she have to overcome in this race?
I think she's going to have to prove that she knows the challenges we have here in Minnesota. She's ready to roll up her sleeves. And most importantly, what is she going to do about the problems that Tim Walz has left her?
If she wins, Klobuchar would also be Minnesota's first female governor, a surprising statistic in a state that's been electing women to the legislature for a century.
It's about time we get a woman in this top office.
Including Representative Patty Anderson, who also tried to be governor in 2010, ending her bid then to run for auditor instead, losing by just a percentage point.
I don't know if there's, a reason that we haven't had a successful one yet. We've certainly had successful female candidates in every other office.
There are 76 women serving in the legislature, including House Speaker Lisa Dameth, the top elected Republican running for governor now, setting up a strong chance a woman will soon take over the top spot.
Frankly, they needed a candidate that wasn't associated directly with the fraud issue, because that is a huge issue, and whoever is going to be the next governor, whether it's a Republican or a Democrat, they have to deal with it.
Jennifer Hoff reporting. The caucuses coming up on February 3rd will help Republicans whittle down their favorite candidates leading up to this summer's primary that's held in August. Stick with us. We got more news and weather coming up after the break.